Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be an unboxing and untubing of NewBeauty TestTube. You guys know, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know that I somewhat regularly do an unboxing of my Ipsy and Play by Sephora box, but I was itching to try something new, so I want to do NewBeauty TestTube, and then I also have an unboxing of BoxyCharm coming up this month, which I'm really excited to share. But more about NewBeauty TestTube. So similar to the other services that I've mentioned earlier, this comes regularly, not every month. Instead, it comes every 2 months, and it costs $29.95. So a little bit more than the average $10 you're going to pay a month for Ipsy and Play by Sephora, but nearly all of these. There are many full-size products in here and a lot of high-end products, period. So I got this from Octoly, which I've been talking about quite a bit in the most recent videos. Basically, it's a sample site, and if you want to learn more, I will link that down below. But this caught my attention because they sent me the Beauty Test Tube 2 months ago, so I guess it was like the last Beauty Test Tube, and I'll flash a picture. Even had taken pictures of everything, and then I just didn't get around to filming a video about it, just because things got too busy. And so had this, I was looking around the website, saw that they had it, wanted to give it another try and let you guys know about it. In fact, you'll notice that in that shot that I just showed of the last test tube, I'm actually wearing the lip product that I got, which is this Mally Lip Magnifier lip color in the shade Punch. It's like if you made NARS's Orgasm blush into a lip product in like a glossy balm stick. This is what it would be, but slightly less pink. It's amazing. And then I'm also wearing the YBF, or Your Beauty Friend, I think that's what that stands for, but this is the Charming Champagne Mechanical Eye Pencil, and I'm wearing that on my inner corner as well as a little bit on my brow bone. And I have to say, it's been 2, maybe 3 months since I've had this, and it's super dried out. So I was really happy with the Mally, but one of the nice things about having this is it's a full-size product. It's YBF is not a cheap brand by any means, so you get a really nice product you might not otherwise buy every day, and you actually get to see if it's gonna last you, whether you would care to buy it again, but at a fraction of the price, and with a ton of other stuff that you get to sample. So hate to say it, this was not my favorite because it's already dried out. It's very hard to use, but the Mally, absolutely loving. On to this month's box. So getting into the tube, or actually I should tell you that you not only get the tube, but you also get an issue of NewBeauty, and this is not a small magazine, folks. This is definitely, I'm about to start packing to head to Charleston over for the holidays, and this is definitely going in the bag because it's got a lot of good stuff in it. So you get that, and then you also get, kind of like the Play by Sephora box, a booklet walking you through all of the products, and they have beauty curators. So they have chosen 3, I guess, kind of meet the test tube's insiders. 3 insiders here. One is Courtney Kerr, Jen Brown, Deanna Papastagliano. I'm not familiar with any of them, but they have all given their input on the products in this month's tube, so it's kind of a nice little way to walk you through what each one does, why these women like what each one of these does, and how you can use them for yourself. So I always kind of like when this stuff is included, just because it enriches the entire experience and you get a little bit more insight about what the product's supposed to do. So now let's get into the test tube. You can see, I think all of these have the same design. The last one that I got was this kind of fun pattern here too, which I personally like. It's pretty deep. Here's an example of a brush. It's way too deep to put your brushes in unless you get some of those like flower beads for flower arrangements, and you can keep your flowers in there, or just fill it up a little bit, that way your brushes stick out the top, and it's a nice little brush holder in case you want to repurpose this, because this is sturdy cardboard. It's definitely not flimsy, gonna fall apart on you. It's you could even put fake flowers in there if you wanted to, or if you have a vase that fits inside, put real flowers in there. I don't know, I just think it's kind of eye-catching and cute, but I do think the pattern is the same each month, so it's not stocking up unless you're going to do something super cool with it. You might not want to do that, but at the very least, one is reusable. So first, let's start with why we are all gathered here today, folks. We all know it's makeup, and unlike last 2 months tubes where you got the lip and the eye product, there isn't a whole lot of color cosmetics going on in this one. So I'm going to start with there's a nail polish that comes inside. This is from the brand Color Secrets, and in the shade Roman Holiday, perfect just in time for the holidays. I'm actually wearing it on my ring finger today. A lot of you guys have been asking what is on my nails. It's called Next Gen. It's very similar to an acrylic, but basically the powder is the color of your nail, and so they just layer it up to build a nail, buff it out, out, is what it is, but these have been on for over 3 weeks at this point, so I just love how long they last. But it's also why my nail polish color hasn't been changing, so I just painted this guy right over top. Unfortunately, it's not a great indicator of how like sheer it is and what the wear is going to be like, because it's not on my natural nail, and nail polish always chips like in a day on my natural nail. But all of that aside, I have to say I really do like this color. It's a very festive, glittery cranberry. You definitely need a top coat because it dried very grainy on me. So you need a top coat. It's going to make it extra shiny, but it's a very multifaceted glitter polish. It has like cranberry and gold and even some magenta flecks in there. And so very, very festive. However, some people also would have gotten a lip gloss from the brand. I know because I was flipping through this little booklet, like I said, very handy, and on here I saw 2 products. I was like, well, I got the nail polish, but not, and then there's a little note that says readers will get one of the 2. So, TestTube will contain one of these 2 Color Seeker Professional products. And the other alternative was a gloss. It's an ultra high shine gloss packed with minerals and moisturizing oils. Because I don't really paint my nails all that much anymore, because I've been loving Next Gen, I would have loved to get the gloss, but the nail polish was nice. I can still put that over all of my nails as the holidays approach, so I can get a little bit more festive. And this is a full size and retails for $5.99. Next, let's move into masks. I'm actually going to save my favorite one for last. Not because the first one wasn't great, but just because, you know, build the anticipation. So the first mask is from the brand Hada Labo. It's the ultimate anti-aging facial mask, and it basically is for deep hydration with super hyaluronic acid, which for me personally, I don't really struggle with dry skin. I don't really, my primary anti-aging skincare component right now is SPF, so I don't buy or use a whole lot of anti-aging things. But this, as the weather has been getting a little bit cooler, I have been needing a little bit of extra hydration, and hyaluronic acid is the perfect way to do it with my combination skin, because it just soaks right in. It doesn't kind of sit on top like a lot. It's not super heavy and sits on top like a lot of drier skin types might need. So even though it's not something I would typically gravitate towards, I did end up liking the way it felt on my skin. And this was a sheet mask, so it was one of those where you put it on your face, you look scary for about 10 minutes, then you take it off and you rub the excess into your skin, kind of like a serum. And true to its name, or the hyaluronic acid component in it, it just sunk right into my skin. It didn't leave it feeling too greasy, despite the fact that I have combo skin. Overall, a really nice mask. So given that glowing review, I'm sure you're like, what is the better mask? But it is this really cool Biotin Miracle 48. I am probably butchering that name. Sincerest apologies, but it looks like this. And it says, excellent gold face and body treatment for all skin types. And there's also a little sticker on here specifically for NewBeauty TestTube subscribers that say you get 25 beauty bucks on their site with the code NEWBIOX. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. Biox idea. Oh, maybe that's it. Okay, I'm gonna quit struggling over this and just stop saying the name. You can read it right here, but basically this is a 2-component mask, and it's a gel textured mask that you use on your face. You can put it over the top of your face, over the bottom, and I personally like that over a paper sheet type mask because I just get more uniform coverage. I'm having to smooth out less bubbles. It's just a little bit more flexible towards everyone's face. So basically you put it on your face for 15 to 30 minutes and then you take it off, much like the sheet mask I just talked about before. You rub the excess in, and then this mask is meant to dissolve in warm water. So you draw a bath, you stick the actual mask in a bath, and then it dissolves and all those skincare elements are in your bath. And to me, that kind of double duty masking, I mean, it was just so new and like multi-purpose, and that nothing went to, or minimal went to waste. Obviously you still have the packaging, but there's just not an extra sheet mask that just goes in the trash once you're done. I love that aspect of it, and it's gold. Who doesn't love a good gold mask? So that's, I thought that was really innovative from this mask. The one thing I didn't like, however, is it's really not clear what it does. I was looking at it before I was using it like, okay, what can I expect to see from this mask? And really, I mean, there's kind of a key down here at the bottom. I'll give you a close-up at some point, but it says regenerate, anti-wrinkle, moisture, nutrition, brightening, lifting, firming, sebum control, detoxify, smooth, soothing, and spot care. So basically it looks like it does everything, and I just don't know that I buy that. So especially since there are no ingredients on here either. So I need to go either look online or just do a little bit more research on it, because that was the one turn off for me, is I have this cool mask, it's multitasking, it's really innovative, but I had no real clear cut idea for what it was supposed to do for my skin, and if it was even going to be right for my combination skin type to begin with. So even though I said it's my favorite because it is so innovative, I would love just to see a little bit more specification on the back rather than just, you'll look a million times better in all ways. Oh, and as far as price goes, the Hada Labo masks, you get 4 of those for $15. And then, I'm flipping through my book right now, the other gold mask that I said I'm not gonna pronounce anymore because I just can't say it right. Kind of weird, but the mask that I just went on and on about is not actually in here. So I don't know that this was supposed to come in this test tube, if it's a bonus, if I just got it, if it snuck into my tube. So unfortunately, I'll annotate how much that a full size of that is here, but there are no more details about it in the booklet this month, which is kind of odd. So moving on to a cleanser, or a body wash actually, which is perfect timing because I just ran out of my body wash. So it's not substantial. I mean, it's enough to understand how you like it for at least, a couple of washes, but this was like a lifesaver, despite, tiny but mighty lifesaver. So this is the Key West Aloe Mango Body Wash. It has 30% aloe vera in it for a less tropical escape. It smells like mango, not overwhelmingly like mango, like not annoyingly fruity. It's very subtle. And it even has some like lower rich notes in it, which I really like, but it still keeps those upper fruity, like light and fruity notes in there. So it feels like a very summery body wash. And because it has the aloe in there, I don't actually use a separate shaving cream. I typically use whatever body wash I have. So I do tend to look for somewhat creamier formulas so my skin doesn't get irritated. So the fact that this had aloe in it has been perfectly fine. I've used it to shave, cleanse, all that kind of stuff, and it just works really well. And a full size of this is 8 ounces. This is obviously not 8 ounces. It is 1 fluid ounce, but a full size of this retails for $16, which is not bad. I mean, since I'm going to have to repurchase some body wash, it might actually be this. I have been loving, I forget what it's called. I've talked about it in quite a few of my recent empties videos because I have repurchased it. It's just, the scent lingers with me all day. The scent does not linger with me on this one, but I love this. This is just kind of a more refreshing scent, so might have to change things up and give this a go. The next product I actually almost forgot about because it didn't come physically in the test tube. It came outside of it because it was too big. It is a full-size product from the brand BioSilk. It's their color therapy line. It's Lock and Protect Leave-In Treatment. And those of you who watch my channel for a while know that I'm a little finicky with my hair. I have like not thin, but very fine hair. It gets weighed down very easily. Constantly battling lack of volume and fullness and life. I zhuzh it like all the time. Anywho, I'm just a little finicky with the conditioning products I put in my hair because more often than not, masks or leave-in treatments will weigh it down, and then I'll end up looking like just greasy and having to rewash my hair anyway. And so this, unfortunately, it's not perfect for my hair. Maybe as we get further into winter, and that's the other thing. Now that I've moved to Texas, it's dry. Don't get me wrong, but it's not Chicago dry. Like, I just remember living up there. I'd have a rat's nest build up at the back, like where my scarf would meet the nape of my neck and my hairline. My hair would be so dry and just knotted back there that I would have to use something like this to get it out. But given the new length of my hair, the fact that it just doesn't get as dry down here, I don't think I'll have as much of a need for this. So I used it once. It was just okay, but the fact that you get a full size, and if you do love it, you have the full size, or if you're just not sure, you're still on the fence, you have ample product to figure out whether you like it or not. And a full size, which is 5.64 fluid ounces, which is exactly how big that was, is $12.50, so another great value. Next up is less into kind of traditional or like, color cosmetics or hair or that kind of stuff. It's whitening. There was something that came in here with instructions and gave further details, but these are from the brand Glow Pop. It's basically a weekend teeth whitening kit. You know me, I love to whiten my teeth. In fact, I whiten my teeth basically every day because I have a whitening pen. It's the Colgate toothbrush with a whitening pen built into the back of it. So I had to discontinue using that in order to test these, and I haven't gotten all the way through them. Basically, they are these little pods that you take out. This is why I needed, whoa. This is why I needed help, because this thing around here confused me. But basically, the product is all in this center little test tube, ironically. Then you pop the top off here, and there are these little plastic fingers that you use to like dispense it, and it kind of froths up on your teeth and then slowly evaporates. And it functions much like any other kind of quick gel brightener you might put on your teeth. But this trio is supposed to be used over the course of a weekend, each one of these 3 times a day, and you're supposed to go through one of these 3 times a day. I gotta be honest, I have not made it through one of these, and I've been using these for at least a week right now, just because, maybe it's because I only put them on like the teeth that actually show when I smile, and you're supposed to put it on all of them, but I just find I can't use all of them up, all of one of these up in an entire day. So a little goes a long way, and they also sell them in 7-day whitening kits. So for all practical purposes, they function really well. Like I said, I've been using them for about 5 days. I haven't noticed an extreme difference in how white my teeth are, but like I said, I do whiten on a daily basis, so I wasn't expecting a drastic difference. The one thing I did notice, however, and sometimes this happens when I whiten my teeth, it just depends on the formula. It hasn't happened with that Colgate, but it just happened to have it with these, which I assume might be a stronger strength of, what is it, hydrogen peroxide or whatever it is that's in here, is my front 2 teeth get really uneven pigmentation. I know that can be a side effect of whitening. Like I said, just depends on the formula, and that is something that I've experienced with these. So I will probably discontinue use. I've only used 1, but I'll give the 2 to somebody else who wants them, just because of that uneven discoloration. This is just one of those formulas that doesn't jive with my teeth. We are not done, folks. This was a packed test tube. I would say more packed than the last one that I received was. The last one had a lot of kind of trial size, especially with the hair care products and even the skincare products. So I will say, I think this is a great value. The last 2 products, or technically 3, but 2 categories, are supplements. There were 2 different kinds of supplements. One is from the brand Pure Gold Collagen, and it's basically consumable skincare. It's a supplement. Like I said, this contains a ton of vitamin C, kind of marginal amounts of apparently lots of B6, 70% of your daily recommended intake of B6, a little bit of protein, a little bit of biotin, a little bit of zinc, but you drink it. And vitamin C is not something I struggle with getting, so I have not had this, but basically it's a shot that, it's so cute, it says drink me right here, just like the Alice in Wonderland kind of shot thing, but yeah, drink it, and those supplements are basically supposed to work wonders not only for your general health but also for your skin. But like I said, in general, I find vitamin C, which is, it's 133% of your vitamin C, it's not something that I struggle with daily, so didn't have that. But I did have the Biotin supplements that came in this month's beauty test tube. And another supplement, like I said, are Biotin. They're from the brand NeoCell Biotin Burst. These are gourmet Biotin soft chews, and there were 2 that came in this month's test tube. 10 soft chews in each, so 20 overall. A solid opportunity to sample a lot of Biotin. They say gourmet soft chews. They're delicious. I struggle with remembering to take my supplements, and let me tell you something. If you like Starburst, you will never forget to take this supplement again. They're super delicious, but maybe not gourmet. They just taste great. Biotin is one where I don't eat enough foods where it naturally occurs, so I wanted to give this a go. Good thing I did, because they're delicious. The one thing that was off-putting about these, and I'm not sure if it's because this is a sample-sized box that doesn't include just how much biotin is in here, because at the top it says 10,000 micrograms of biotin, but I'm not sure if that means there's 10,000 seems a little excessive for 1 chew, so since there are 10 chews in one packaging, if it's like 1,000 per chew, not sure about that, and that made me a little weary here, since no matter how you cut it, 1,000 micrograms is a lot daily. So maybe they disclose that on the full-size bottle, but a full-size bottle, you get 30 chews, and it retails for $15.95. So, but as far as how much it's helped, I do feel like it's been not enough time to really tell, because like I said, 10 of these are gone, and now probably halfway through this one, 15 days of taking this. I don't feel like it's really enough time to tell about the health of my nails and hair and skin and all that, but maybe with more time and regular consumption, I will be able to tell a difference. I'm eating them either way because, like I said, they are delicious. So that's everything that came in the latest NewBeauty test tube. Hope you guys, even though I know this was a long video, hope you guys enjoyed seeing everything that came inside and hearing my thoughts so far on like how they performed with and for me. I definitely think the value is there. You are paying slightly more on average than you would for, you know, the $10 subscription services per month, but you know you're going to get, if they're not full size, they're still good size products, enough product to get a solid idea of whether or not you like it or not, unlike some of those $10 subscription services where you get a sample and you're like, lasted me once and not enough to know whether I want to buy it again. So in my mind, that's kind of a waste. Not the case with this. Really enjoyed getting to go through all these things. Even if it wasn't for me, it was nice to get to try new things. And if you're interested, they also gave me a 30% discount that I could share with you guys. So there isn't a code, it's just a link you can click. I'll see if I can link it up here or somewhere on the video. Otherwise, definitely check the description below because it's 30% off, which means this is almost $30 a month. It's basically cutting that to $20 a month. Then you really are getting into $10 a month as you divide it by each month that you would receive this by, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm trying to say, but basically it's a good deal. So if you are looking into trying NewBeauty TestTube, definitely take advantage of that. Like I said, guys, really hope you guys enjoyed seeing what came in this month's test tube. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.